Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Rose. This is a general reading for the month of February. I meditated on the cards before the video to get a general theme. The card on the right here underneath this is going to be like the general theme of the month. So this could play out in your life over the month of February, it may not. Obviously you've got to bear in mind this is a general reading for the collective. The story may resonate, it may not. Hopefully there's some messages in here that you can take that are of value. If it doesn't resonate, maybe check out your moon or rising signs. Always use your own discernment for making decisions or taking any guidance. This is purely to help navigate through some of the energies that may come to fruition throughout the month. Okay, so this card on the right here underneath is a chakra card, which I pulled earlier to see what the general theme was. So if we turn this over and find out what this is. Oh, love. So we're pretty much near Valentine's. So what I'm immediately getting for this though is for some reason the flame, passionate flame, but it's kind of burning out. So I don't really want to put the fire out, and I know it's in the love season, but I am getting the vibe that this love is kind of on the way to being lost, or it's something that, you know, is burning out. And also it's 18, which deduces down to a 9, and 9's all about kind of ending a cycle, like nearing the completion of a cycle. And also I always see 9 as more independence in the kind of tarot, like the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Pentacles. That's someone who's self-sufficient. So that's kind of also leading me to feel the vibe that there's kind of some kind of disconnection here. But we'll see. So this is clarified. I've pulled a Rider-Waite tarot card to clarify. Right, okay, so this is justice in reverse. So there's definitely been some kind of something that wasn't fair that's happened in this relationship or this connection. It could have been completely out of balance. You was given too much, or they were giving too much. You know, the energies work vice versa. So, you know, take the message that resonates. But there's something out of sync here. And something didn't work out quite the way you wanted it to. So I'm sorry if anything's happened recently or in the, you know, in the recent past, or is, you know, just kind of coming to an end. But bear in mind that everything happens for a reason, and if it was out of balance, it's just the universe's way of telling you, you know, this isn't meant for you. You shouldn't have to push and overgive to get just, you know, it should be equal give and take. Okay, so we'll just leave that one for there now. And the 4 cards at the top here, this is at the start of the month to the end of the month, and then I've pulled a clarifying card to see what that general energy is about. So if we start off with the 8 of Coins at the beginning of the month. So the 8 of Coins talks about kind of mastering your craft, focusing on something physical. So you maybe because of this potential breakdown in the relationship, or this kind of loss or this imbalance, you've decided to concentrate on yourself, on mastering a skill or your own craft, or looking back on, you know, what kind of fills you up in terms of you know, physical things really. So you might be going back out to the gym, you might want to get fit and healthy, you might want to put all your energy into yourself. You might want to focus on your career, any dreams that you've had. It kind of, what I'm feeling from this vibe is you kind of want to put the focus back on, see how focused he is on building, you know, is this kind of cube. There's no other person in this picture, so there is a message here to say that it's important at the beginning of the month to concentrate on your own energy and to pull the energy back and put all that energy that you put into that other person back onto yourself. It's clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse. So the Ace of Swords talks about a kind of a new idea, a new thought process, or a new some new clarity. But the fact that it's in reverse kind of makes me feel that there's something here in like kind of you're not seeing something clearly, or because you're concentrating so much on yourself, there's something that you're missing. Just trying to pick up on something. So what I'm getting from this is the universe wants you to know that you're very powerful, and you know you are a see the crown on the sword. That's talking about like bringing your power back to yourself and claiming your own authenticity. So there is a message in here that if you carry on focusing on your own fulfillment and what gives you fulfillment, and focusing on your craft or a skill or a new dream, or planning something that's going to involve giving love back to yourself and all that energy back to yourself, then you will be able to claim that kind of sense of self-control back, that sense of emotional stability back, and that sense of clarity back in the situation. The second card that's been pulled is the Five of Wands in reverse. So the Five of Wands upright talks about kind of conflict, having fights, not seeing eye to eye with other people. It could be in this connection. There's a lot of red and black in this card, so there's a lot of maybe things that were said that were quite cutting, that were quite dark and quite deep. You tend to hurt the ones you love the most, so maybe there's been some breakdown in a relationship that's really been quite it's really caused a lot of anguish and upset. There's a lot of fire here, so possibly it got really heated at one point. It is reversed though, so it's telling me that you're coming out of that energy, and the fact is it's clarified by the Ten of Cups, which is a complete total fulfillment. So potentially the conflict could have been about you wanting this happy home, this happy life. You envisage this dream, this, the fairy tale dream. This is a bit stereotypical, this card. Obviously it's got, the couple with the two children. Whatever your idea of your Ten of Cups is, which is your ultimate ideal life. For some people that is a family, for some people that isn't. It could be just buying, just having a home, being happy together, being emotionally fulfilled, someone seeing you for who you are, and just being able to listen. But whatever that is, it's been flagged up in this conflict, and it wasn't serving you, this relationship. It wasn't giving you the Ten of Cups, and you've realised that now. The Ten of Cups also talks about the end of a cycle. So basically the conflict has served to put you into a position where you can start again and go after what your Ten of Cups says. So don't see it as a bad thing in a way. All breakdowns and all kind of losses in relationships anyway serve you as almost like it's almost like a compass to kind of guide you into understanding really what you want and what your heart wants. So every time you do have a breakup, or you have a breakdown in communication, or a relationship breakdown with a loved one, you start to learn more about yourself. You start to get the signals, and you start to gain clarity over exactly what it is, what needs you have. And it's okay to have needs. It's okay to not be happy with the way someone treats you. It's okay to want something different to that other person. But it's about communicating that in a healthy way. But I feel like this vibe here, there's been some kind of imbalance in terms of them not being able to understand your needs or not being able to meet the expectations you have in terms of a healthy relationship. The next card we have is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords talks about moving away from troubled water, moving away from a stagnant energy, and a relationship that wasn't serving you, a relationship that just wasn't what you wanted it to be, or it just wasn't meeting your needs. The fact that the sword energy talks about the mental realm, so this really got you up in your own mind, kind of ruminating, procrastinating over whether what's going on here, why are they not listening to me, why don't they see what I see, and you've decided to jump in this boat and move into calm waters, and leave that past behind you. So kind of towards the end of February, you'll feel that vibe of that energy of being able to, the waters are going to calm and you won't feel the conflict as much. It is clarified by the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is your card. So it's putting you back on track. It's putting you back on your path, on what your destiny is. The Taurus, Tauruses are renowned for liking, they're a master of the physical realm. They can manifest wealth, they can manifest abundance, they can manifest the finer things, they enjoy the finer things in life. So this is giving you an energy, it's putting you back into that energy, that Taurian energy, that bull energy of, you will not be stopped for what you believe in. You will not stop until you get what you want. Some call it stubborn. I'm Taurus, but I call it sheer determination and knowing your oneself. And that's important to really, don't let anyone tell you can't have something or some dream. That's for you to decide what you want in life. If someone's telling you another thing, question it. That's their opinion, that's their way of trying to... Sometimes they can manipulate you into thinking the way they do. So just be careful of toxic energies which kind of try to do this, and know that you're the King of Pentacles, and moving away from this situation, you'll regain your power. The next card we have is the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups talks about looking back over the loss, ruminating over the loss, trying to figure it out. It's got you all up in your emotions and in your feelings, and focusing on the lack. It's kind of having a lack mentality, but obviously that happens when you break up with someone. You get mild depression, you're kind of sad, you're grieving, so that's that's expected. But the Five of Cups is also about, 5 stands for change as well, so it's propelling you into a path which is going to be for your higher good. And it's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So we end the kind of reading with another 8, which started with the 8 of Coins, and then this is the 8 of Pentacles, but this is in reverse. So maybe you've just had enough of working at this relationship. Maybe you've been working tirelessly. The 8 of Pentacles talks about really buckling down and working on usually on the physical realm. It's kind of work or career, but with it being kind of a relationship, love vibe that I'm feeling from this. This is just you giving up on working anymore on this. You've really worked tirelessly to try and make this work, but for some reason it's just not, it's just not what you want. Let me try and get some extra clarification through some oracle cards. I'll just use the Love Oracle. Can we get some clarification for Taurus for the month of February with regarding this love connection? Thank you. Right, so we have manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Reflection. Give each of us some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surround you at present. Enjoy it. So what I'm getting for this is, if this relationship is meant to be in your life, whether you're with them or not now, it will come back. It might be that the energy's off at the moment and there's just some kind of imbalance. They may be going through something that you're not aware of, and it may take some time in separation for them to come to the senses, or to realise what you've been given is actually of great value. However, there's also a message here to say that you can manifest anything you want in your reality. If this is not the relationship for you, in your heart of hearts, this is just not giving you the 10 of Cups, and it's putting you in a perpetual state of conflict and upset and turmoil, then there is some message here that you might need to do some introspection, maybe take some time to yourself, away from people, away from your family and your friends, and just concentrate on spending some time with your own internal thoughts. I know that's really difficult when you're grieving, but it's really important to kind of gauge where your heart's at, not necessarily where your head's at, where your heart's at. Write down. I know this is quite logical, but your mind tricks you in terms of, so you have like this monkey mind going on where it's kind of primordial instincts, and it's for your survival. So when you move away from someone that you love, or who was kind of your identity, or someone who was really giving you that kind of sense of security, it's natural for your animal instincts to basically want you to gravitate back to that person, because that's your safety, that's your security, and that's what you know. And it's your mind playing tricks on you, really. It's trying to put you back into a safe space, because it feels like you're threatened, that you're out of your comfort zone, you're on your own, you're isolated, you're upset, you're hurt, and it wants to soothe you. That's just a primordial species the human species has to survive. It's a survival instinct. However, we don't, that's okay if you're in threat, but you're not in threat when you're moving away from a relationship that wasn't healthy or toxic, for instance, or wasn't giving you what, it wasn't equal, give and take. So what I would suggest is really kind of spending some time. You can meditate, or you can just spend time in quiet, and really, really reflect back on, is this person really for me? What are the qualities that I want in a person? Get a list going. Write down the qualities you want in a person, in a relationship, and tick off whether this person or this relationship's meeting your needs and expectations. There's nothing wrong with having an array of qualities and values and needs, and it's important that you might not meet all of them, but if say 50% not meeting them, then you're kind of living your life half-hearted. There's obviously a magnetic pull in this relationship, because we've got the passion card, so it's going to be difficult, and it could be a strong, when we talk about magnetism, we talk about a pull, so feeling really pulled towards them. So it could be it could be a soulmate, or it could be a twin flame dynamic, if you could prescribe to that. But I think at this stage it's important to just reflect on, is this relationship draining me, or is this relationship adding to me? Do you feel drained after you spend time with them, or do you feel uplifted? That's a good message. that's coming through right now. So, and then to end the reading, we have the, at the bottom of the tarot deck, we have the Eight of Cups. So that's someone realising that they only have, you know, this relationship was giving them some fulfilment. However, it wasn't the Ten of Cups, and they've decided that it's, you know, there's better things in the horizon, and to turn away from this. So it's entirely up to you what you do with this connection. Remember, nothing's permanent, everything's temporary. So if you feel like you want to walk away now, okay, that person may not, you know, may not feel the same way in a few months' time, but right now you've got to concentrate on your own health and well-being. And if it's not fulfilling you, and it's giving you, it's really causing you a lot of heartache, it's not worth staying in a connection that just depletes you of all your life source and energy. I'll try and do see if we've got any positive messages that, you know, we can end the reading with. Just bear with me. Can we get a couple of messages for Taurus? Just some empowering messages to see if there's any kind of guidance we can bring to the table that'll help you kind of navigate these difficult energies at the moment. One more, please. One more. Can we have one more, please? Okay, thank you. So we have, what does happiness mean to me? So yeah, so look, that's what I was saying before. Write down what happiness means to you. What do you want out of your life? You know, don't wait for someone to give you the happiness. If you kind of gauge your life, if you kind of manage your life based on what one significant other thinks of you, and how, you know, if you concentrate on them validating you constantly and giving you the happiness, you're always going to be unhappy. You've got to find happiness is an inside job. So this may be the universe's way of saying, look, you need to come back to yourself. You need to pull your energy back. You need to put that energy that you've been given so fruitfully to this other person and put it back on yourself, and kind of do some introspection and find out exactly what really, you know, sets your soul alight. But it's got to be something internal to you. It's got to be something personal to you. It can't be related to someone else. And then we have, what is my biggest dream? What can I do today to move closer to that dream? So that works well with this message, and the fact that, you know, obviously everyone has a dream, and it varies for different people. But it's important to hold your vision. If someone's telling you that you can't have what you want and you can't be treated in the way that you want, leave them alone. You don't need to engage in what someone else's vision is of your future. You don't have to stay in a relationship that suits their needs more than your needs. There's obviously a level of compromise, but fundamentally you need to have the same vision, the same level of kind of equal give and take. And you need to have kind of core values that underlie the relationship and that match yours. So this, what I would do in February is kind of focus on planning your future. What is it that you want to do in the next 12 months? What do you want to do? Where do you want to be in the next 3 years? Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? You don't have to be kind of writing every specific detail, but you need to have a vision. And then once you've got an idea of what you want in your life, then you can add a person into that, and you can decide whether that person is draining your energy, or whether that person's going to add to that vision or help you, support you and enrich your life and propel you forward into that dream that you want, or whether they're going to pull you back and keep pulling you back. You know, that's really important, is just to pull your energy back this month and concentrate on yourself. Anyway, I hope some of these messages resonated. I think that's all I've got today for you, Taurus. If they did, you know, if you want to comment and like and subscribe, it would be much appreciated. And if you want to click the bell for notifications, I will be uploading monthly tarot readings for each zodiac sign, and there'll be a lot more to come on this channel. But for now, I hope, you know, I'm sending you lots of love, because this is some difficult energies to navigate. But know that you've got it going on. You can have everything that you want. This person may or may not believe maybe the right person for you right now, but you know, like I said, everything's temporary. Just focus your energy on yourself, and let, you know, the universe do the rest. And the right people will enter your life at the time when you're, you know, when you're loving life, but from your own kind of, you know, when you're working on yourself and you're looking after yourself. That's when you find the best people to bring into your life. Okay, thanks, Taurus. Take care. Bye for now.